So hello and welcome. This is your 12 noon live and we are right outside the Dubai International Stadium, and this is the same stadium where Pakistan will take on UAE in a do or die clash today. A lot has happened since yesterday, so we'll talk about every bit of development what had happened since yesterday till now and what had aspired after what PCB chief Mohsin Naqvi did after he did conducted a meeting with top level hierarchy government officials back in Islamabad. With me is Rohit Juglan, so we'll talk about the Pakistan team and what is the status of their boycott. They are not boycotting the match, actually they are playing the match, but what happened in that meeting, we'll talk about that, and also we'll give you an update on what is the plan for the Indian cricket team today ahead of their match against Oman, which will be played on 19th in Abu Dhabi. So Rohit, a lot has happened since yesterday after Surya Kumar Yadav gave his statement after the game against Pakistan. Pakistan Cricket Board had lodged a formal complaint to the ICC for the removal of match referee Andy Pycroft, which was rejected firmly by the ICC, and ironically the person who had sent the mail to the PCB rejecting their demand was Wasim Khan, who was the former PCB chief, we can say, in a capacity. He is currently the general manager cricket of the ICC. So what has happened, if you can break it down for our viewers?
So I think going back to the day before yesterday when everything panned out, and then after that, if you'll see that it was 12:33 in the night. We were staying right there, right behind us, the Dubai International Stadium, and we were doing our lives. But during that phase, exactly what I've been told by the sources, that at 12:33 it was Mr. Chima who specifically asked his media manager, Mr. Naeem, that to have a look at the Indian dressing room. The door was closed at that point of time. He reported back to it, and in between there was one gentleman there in the team, and his name was Usman Wala, and he said to Shaheen Shah Afridi that Salman is not going for the post-match presentation, as per the protocols, that both the captains with their words, with their whatever happened in the game, they shared it with the broadcaster, and that was a norm. So I think first of all, he directly said, Salman directly said to the media manager and to the team manager
that I will not speak to the broadcasters.
I will not speak to the broadcasters, and that's because of two things. First, they haven't, because of the handshake gate, and of course the doors were closed when the media manager went there to just have a look, sneak in. So that was the first thing happened, and then again, he was again asked that whether you want to go to the press conference. He said no, I don't want to I don't want to go to the press conference even. So Mike Hassan, who, as we what we are saying from yesterday only, that he was the man who doesn't know anything about the cultural exchanges and what exactly
or the
panned out
geopolitical history
maybe geopolitical. He has read some stuff, but I'm here specifically pointing on the emotions. Yes, the emotional factor and the cultural things between the two teams. So that's what was missing there, because Surya Kumar Yadav, the kind of press conference he had, it was a 100 out of 100
it was a no-nonsense press conference.
No nonsense, straight to the points. Whatever you want to ask. Even the BCCI media manager, when someone asked the question, he said that no, he has answered this question, but Surya said to him that I want to answer. And I don't think that this has happened in a lot in Indian cricket, whether the media manager is saying no, but the person wants to answer, and it was Indian captain.
Right.
So for him, you want someone like a Salman Ali Agha to put their points, his point, or their point about the team, what the team is thinking at this point of time.
But they backtracked and did not come to the press conference.
Exactly. And then what had happened, that the 12:33 mail to PCB chairman Mohsin Naqvi, they specifically talk about these two things: the handshake gate, and after that the doors been closed when they came to have a look. So these two things were specifically talking about. But at that point of time, if you see, there were 3 tweets under 18 hours by Mohsin Naqvi. That generally doesn't happen. You are a PCB chairman, you are an interior minister to Pakistan. But two things happened there. One, the PCB chairman, with under his guidance, a mail was written to ICC.
Right.
And there was then some tweets.
Right.
So the words, the language, the body of the letter in the tweets were not exactly the same what he chosen for the mails.
Yes.
So
the mail was a softer version.
The mail was the softer version.
They actually did not ask for, demanded the removal of Andy
from
Pycroft.
Asia Cup.
From Asia Cup, but they demanded the removal of Andy Pycroft
from the Pakistan matches.
Particular Pakistan matches.
And then And then if that had happened, then they doesn't have any other choice. They have to go with Richie Richardson because there are only 2 match referees in this whole, Asia Cup tournament. And then the thing arises that now can we, and the most important thing was Pakistan team complained about Team India, but the mail which was sent to ICC, there was not even a single I written to it for India. Forget about Surya Kumar Yadav being penalized for a 50 rupees also. But what they were saying at that point of time that we are taking reference from the Article 2.1, and we directly at this point of time, the spirit of the game, they were talking about that India wasn't in the part, as far as the parameters of the game, in the jurisdiction of the game, they are not following the Article 2.1.
But technically, lawfully, India did not break any rule because about handshake, it is just a convention which players follow. It is not a compulsion, but a convention.
It's not mandatory to players.
There's a slight difference. As Rohit said, it's not mandatory for any of the players to go to another player and shake hands. It is just a convention which players follow as part of gentleman's game.
And then when we woke up today in the morning, yesterday in the morning, it was a clear-cut decision from the ICC, as you rightly said.
There was a firm stance that
yes, we can't take any.
Has done not done anything wrong, so he can't be removed from the post, and we will not entertain this formal complaint from the PCB. So but what happened after that? Pakistan Cricket Board, Pakistan cricket team, they cancelled their press conference, which is a mandate.
Yes.
Before the day of the game.
So in afternoon, what had happened? When we did the story in afternoon, it was about that Mohsin Naqvi is calling Usman Wala back because he was suspended.
Back to
Pakistan, back to Islamabad. He was suspended because he forced Shaheen Shah Afridi. He forced Shaheen Shah Afridi that you go to the presentation ceremony.
Even Shaheen was not willing to.
Was not willing to go to the presentation ceremony because he said that if my captain is not going, I also don't go to the presentation ceremony. So directly Mohsin Naqvi took a strict thing, means a case against Wala and Usman Wala, and then he said that you'll be suspended. As far as at this point of time, you'll be suspended, not sacked, suspended. So now what has happened is now the ball is on PCB's court, but it's a catch-22 situation for them because they have written to ICC thinking of that where they can take a decision and then maybe a sack of match referee from the Asia Cup. That doesn't happen. Now they have only one thing: can they take action against Andy as far as this particular match is concerned? Because what had happened is that they want Richie Richardson to be because they don't have any other choice. But now they can't do anything because from ICC's front they made it very clear that they will stick with
ACC's technical committee can give matches to particular referees or not, and for today's game against between Pakistan and UAE, it is said that Richie Richardson will be the match referee for this game.
That's what be the final call to means what will we are still waiting before the game, and maybe there are till last night there was still much of discussions that there will be a meeting, some kind of thing, but I think they've already cleared it because in afternoon there were multiple meetings, there were multiple phone calls here and there. There was no physical meeting between the Prime Minister and the Interior Minister. I'm talking about Mohsin Naqvi and Shahbaz Sharif. But apart from that, there were multiple interactions between the top tier level people in PCB and the government card, because you all know that Mohsin Naqvi is a politician first, and then he is your PCB chairman. So there were multiple meetings there, and they took a call that let's not boycott the game, because boycotting the game will be an economical crisis.
They will be knocked out of the tournament.
Yes,
they will be knocked out of the tournament. UAE will qualify for the Super Fours, and secondly, there will be a financial penalty ranging from
that's really big,
$12 million to $16 million.
That's a lot. That's over 100 crores.
That is over 100 crores.
That is over 100 crores, somewhere around 105 crores.
That is 10% of their entire fiscal calendar's budget. You can say so 50 for 12 to 16 crore US dollars in millions, and of course, and furthermore, because Pakistan's women team have to come to play the women's T20 World Cup, women's ODI World Cup, which will be their matches will be played in Colombo, followed by next year's T20 World Cup, men's T20 World Cup. Again, India and Pakistan will in Colombo will be played in Colombo, and there could be technical sanctions also in case Pakistan decided to pull out, but they have not.
So means it's simple now. It's in Hindi, you know, in generic language we say that सुबह का भूला अगर शाम को घर आ जाए तो उसे भूला नहीं कहते.
And
it's a very softer version.
Yeah.
But you know, this is something which can you know destroy Pakistan cricket as far as their economic
because
front
they have
is
faced
concerned.
a lot of losses
In
the
Champions
recent-
Trophy, you
in
see the Champions Trophy.
in 23
Before that
Asia
also.
Cup also when hybrid
Yes.
model was proposed by
Yes,
Nazam
and
Sethi.
even before that there was no cricket in Pakistan
No,
for 10-12 years.
12 years.
And then after that when suddenly it
The
started,
PSL is not a money making tournament like the IPL is or
Yeah.
like the BBL is.
You
or
can't
like the
compare it with
S20.
with
Even the
IPL.
S20 has surpassed the popularity.
It's the second
and
best
final.
league.
Yeah, it's the second best
Second best
So
league in the world.
Pakistan are in no position to
Boycott.
to boycott any particular game or particular tournament. But yeah. There's also some murmurs going on within the Pakistani media present here that even if Pakistan continue to play in the Asia Cup, they could boycott the press conferences going forward in the tournament. I don't know how to
again that's the part of your SOP. They can't ignore that much, you know, because there were broadcaster commitment also.
But since they
then
have
sponsor
already
commitment also.
boycotted or ignored the post,
I think one could be a
or today's also.
one
yesterday's
post-match
also.
presentation and then yesterday's press conference also. But I think they can't make it a norm because you have broadcasters commitment also, you have sponsor commitment also.
And plus, I don't think the ACC technical committee, since it is an ICC approved tournament, ICC will also get involved into this. The broadcasters will also get involved into this, and it will set a wrong precedent for other teams as well.
Yes.
If someone suffers a heavy defeat and are not in a good mood, they will say we are not coming for the press conference or will not talk to the broadcaster.
That will not set the right example as far as the tournament's future is concerned. So that's it. That's
the
about
first part of our video.
Yes, that's the first part of our video. That what can we, you know, what can we expect as far as Pakistan versus, and remember it's a virtual knockout.
And
if
UAE
Pakistan
can
loses,
defeat Pakistan.
UAE can definitely defeat Pakistan.
They gave a good fight during the tri-series as well.
They did really well in Bangladesh. They beaten Bangladesh as far as the UAE versus Bangladesh series. It chased over 200. Then they played really well in the Tri-Nation series. You know, somewhere 80-5 Pakistan team. And then because of the conditions, because of the assistance, you know, for the spinners, they did really well. But here, I think can be anything as far as, because this ground, it offers a lovely batting track. There's not much assistance to the spinners until and unless you are a Varun Chakraborty or a Kuldeep Yadav. You can create havoc, but apart from that, it will be really difficult for the Pakistani spinners to replicate what they did in Sharjah in the Tri-Nation series. But coming back to the Indian practice, Shubhanda, what were the takeaways? Means because there is no practice today, no press conference today. It's it was a late night call yesterday, because I can totally understand. You can see us also. You know,
we are drenched.
We are drenched with sweat at this point of time, because
India had a pretty intense 3 hours,
yes, more than 3 hours,
3.5 hours long practice session. Everyone batted, everyone bowled.
Good intensity, some bronco tests also, high catchings, flat catchings, everything been done. And it looks like that lot of conversations also, be it Sanju Samson.
I was pretty intrigued by the kind of conversation head coach Gautam Gambhir had with Sanju Samson. It was a pretty lengthy conversation.
Yes.
After Sanju completed his batting, Gautam Gambhir came and he was giving going by the hand signals, hand gestures,
body language.
They were talking about batting, and since Sanju has not gotten any opportunity to bat in this tournament so far, there could be a case, or Indian team management
be promoted up the order.
Let's give him a bat at number 3, so that when the Super 4 stage comes, when the final of the tournament comes, you can India are clear-cut favourites, but since it is a T20 format, fickle format, anything can happen. It's a unpredictable format. You don't want to be in a situation where Sanju walks out to bat without having any kind of match practice. Team lingering at 50 for 4, and you will suddenly have Sanju Samson playing his first ball of the tournament. So you don't want that. So I am thinking that, and even when Surya Kumar Yadav, Gautam Gambhir called Surya Kumar Yadav, and they were having that conversation around what to do. Again, same gestures. So there could be a case that Sanju Samson could be promoted up in the order. Rinku Singh also had a long stint at the nets. Gautam Gambhir specifically called Rinku behind the nets, where he was standing and observing the nets and they were again having a decent animated chat. Harshit Rana was very active. Arshdeep Singh bowled.
A lot of batting for Harshit Rana, a lot of big hits against spinners, against pacers.
He smashed the biggest of hits yesterday.
Yes, and he was looking in really fine touch as far as Harshit.
Flat catches as well.
And then it seems like they are giving each and every every day to their tail ender batters. Means Jasprit Bumrah also, he batted for
Kuldeep Yadav,
then Varun Chakraborty the other day. Then just before the UAE game, it was Arshdeep Singh match day -1, and then today we saw Harshit Rana doing a bit. And we all know that in this bunch of bowlers, Harshit Rana is the one who you can trust a lot. As far as big hitting is also concerned, because in last few years, yes, there have been some sloggers like Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah we saw in Test crickets. Mohammad Siraj is also, Akashdeep is there. So include a Harshit Rana into it, and you'll get you have a better version of someone you can call a slogger. Like someone like a Kagiso Rabada or someone like a Pat Cummins or Mitch Stark or Shaheen Shah Afridi kind of thing. He can do that for Indian cricket team. So a lot of intention, a lot of full throttle training practice as far as Indian team is concerned. Now they will have a day off, a practice off, and then again you'll come again. 18th. Yes. The match day -1 on 18th.
Tomorrow.
Again, yes, tomorrow. And then on 19th, it will be not an early morning travel for them. Afternoon travel, because it's 1.5 hours away, the Abu Dhabi ground. Yeah. They are not going there overnight. They will have a press conference here. They will have their last their last practice session here before the Oman game. Win the Oman game, come back on the same day. Maybe it could be plus. Yes, rest on 20th maybe,
and 21st go
or just a press conference because it's a Super 4 game.
Or maybe we could have an
embargoed press conference. Yes, it could be a possibility. And then it's the big game on 21st. We'll wait that whether it will be UAE or Pakistan. But as of now, this is me and Subhayan signing out from here. Hopefully you are watching all the other videos also. We are giving you all the updated details. There are multiple visuals also of Indian team's practice. Do follow that, and do subscribe if you are watching us on YouTube. Do follow us if you are watching on X, and we'll keep you updated as far as practice and the breaking news
updates are concerned
in Dubai. Thank you so much.